my peeps. I'm like, I want to say good morning. It's Sunday morning and the sun is shining and it's very early in the morning. I got up early. Got up at 6 o'clock and it is, it's 7:30 already. So anyway, I have a necklace and I want to do a 2-strand bracelet. One side's going to be wire. So I'm going to do that with you with these simple loops. And then look at these. They match. They have a little bit of purple. Have a little bit of purple in them. Purple. Love the purple. Everything goes together. And I'm like, oh, that is so cool. I found beads that go together. And then these purple crystals. Oh, everything's purple. It's like, yay, love it. And then I got these. I absolutely love these pearls. I don't know. I seem to use them. Oh, it's coming in focus. And I seem to use them a lot. So I'm like, I better buy some more. I have more, but I better buy some, I'm thinking. But let's get started. I have all my beads strung on my wire already. And the reason why I do that is it saves on wire, so you're not, cutting off like a lot of wire, and then you're cutting off, so much of it and throwing it away. So instead of doing that, I do it right on the spool. So we're going to take it and we're going to bend this. Did I get too much? I don't know. Let's check. Now I'm going to check and make sure I can't feel it on the back side, and we're going to roll. Roll. And that is perfect. That is perfect. Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay, now I'm going to slide out my beads that are starting to get away from me. These right here. And then I'm going to use like a finger's length. That's my handy dandy measuring device. And I use my double flush cutters when I'm cutting off the spool. So let's see how much we got here. Like this. I think maybe that might be enough. Okay, now we got this. It's curling towards, I want to go towards the back. Towards the back. See the openings back here? It's curling towards the back. So now I'm going to take this and I'm going to fold it over the back. That same side. Because that's going to curl this way, and now this is going to curl this way. So here we go. Roll. Roll, roll, roll. A little bit more I want to get down there. There we go. See? Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Okay, let's do that again. We're going to do it a few times. Two more times. I kind of did half, and I thought, oh, well, I'll do the other half with you. Just a chit-chat. So now I'm going to take this and fold it over. I had my surgery almost 2 weeks ago. This is Sunday. Tomorrow's Monday, so tomorrow would be exactly 2 weeks. And I am now able to get in and out of bed without using this belt. I have this belt that it has a loop at the end, so I can hook it on my foot so I can swing my leg into bed or out of bed. Boop. And I made it in and out of bed this morning without it. So I'm like, yay, progress. And I'm going to cut myself because I'm not paying attention. Here we go. And snip. And then we're going to curl that, have that towards the back. And we're going to take this and we're going to bend it towards the back. And I'm putting more, that looks a little too long. Might be just a touch too long. And, there goes those. And then, we always check to make sure we can't feel it on the back side because you get a better loop that way. That's the reason for that. that curled in. There we go. There we go. And then that's the end of those. Now we have these crystals. So we're going to bend again and roll it back, roll it back. Well, anyway, I've been trying to bear more weight on it. So when I walk, I'm not using the walker so much. I'm using my leg. So progress. Doing much better than I was. Oh my gosh. The first week and a half was just a killer. It still is, because I still have to do my exercises, which means pain. But no pain, no gain, I guess. That's what everybody says. My husband keeps telling me too. It's like, yeah, I know. I know. There we go. Oh, that's going to be too big of a loop. So we're going to snip part of that off because I didn't measure right in the first place. My finger was not working properly. So, all right, let's roll. Oh. Anyway, my exercises are to push down on my knee to get it to go straight. And it, oh my gosh, talk about, see the crystals? Talk about, that's a lot. It is a lot. And then you got to bend it back the other way to make sure you can bend the knee back the other way. Oh my gosh, it's hard. And every half hour, I'm like, okay, let's do this. Every half hour, I'm trying to do something. But I can't do it all hours of the day. My husband seems to think I can, but no. You're not doing it all day. Oh my goodness. I want to see this, but the wire, I can't turn the wire so I can see. So we're going to shove this one up when we just have a single bead. And we're going to measure too much, and probably just enough. We got that. Curling towards the back. And we're going to fold towards the back. And we're going to roll. Roll, check, and go. Go. Green light, go. There we go. Ta-da! Okay, now we're going to connect them all together, and I'm hoping this might be enough. If not, I got some more beads standing by, just in case I need more. So we're going to start with this guy. We're going to open. Let's get all these pliers all out of the way, and we will take our little needle nose and open it up. We only need it just a little bit, just enough to get this wire through. And then fold it back. And we want it nice and closed. Same with this one. We're going to open it up. And just enough to put this wire on and fold it back down. And do the same with this. I always tend to open it just a little touch too much. I crank it open instead of just, just a little bit. So tweak. I just gotta tweak it, not crank it. Oop. And then open this. I like making these wired bracelets and earrings and stuff. It's just so easy. Once you, well, as long as you're making simple loops, it's very easy. And I don't think this is going to be long enough. So I'm going to have to get some more beads out and make some more. We have to figure out what we're going to do. Yeah, let's see how long that is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.5 inches. It's only 5.5 inches. Okay, but it's pretty. Isn't that pretty? I love it. It's so pretty. Love the colors. Love the colors. Oh, a little bead. Okay. I kind of want these on the end. So I think we'll make some more of these. We'll get some more crystals. I have some crystals standing by that I got out and I didn't put away. So I've got only 4 though. I got to get more out. Well, do one on each side. All right, let's get out our beads. I have these here. This is how much I have left. So we're going to do one on this side, one on this side, and that's 5.5 inches. Is probably 6.5 inches. I don't know how long this is going to be. I don't want this one to be too long either. So it looks like it might be a little long, but I'm not sure until I string it. See, that's there. Well, let's take a measuring device, an actual measuring device. That might be just enough. All right, let's do these two. I'm going to string them on my wire in the order that I want them. So now we're going to do another set just like it for the other side. And now we're going to bend the wire back and roll, check, and now I roll. There we go. And then slide that one up. And then I'm going to use my double flush cutters and snip off about here. And we're going to have that rolling towards the back, so that we're going to bend this towards the back. And then that might be just a touch too big. Let's just snip off just a wee bit of that. And then we're going to roll it back, roll your boat gently down the stream. There we go. Beautiful. Okay, we got one on one side, and now we're going to do one. Oh! I picked up the wire, and everything came off. Wait, it's springy. Give me. It is springy. All right, let's put this back on. Find the hole. Put it back on. And then this we can fold and roll back. And roll our simple loop. Hate that when I roll it the way I can't see how big the loop is, but I'm doing good. Snip. Okay, we got that rolling. Let's see. Let's roll that. Tweak it back. There we go. And we got that rolling towards the back. And we're going to take this one and fold towards the back. There we go. might be a little too big too. So I'm snipping off just a wee bit each time, but it makes even loops on each side. Oh my goodness. There. Okay, so we're going to put this one on this side. So now I'm going to take this one off and put it on the end. So I'm going to take these off. Tweak it open. Pull this one off. Oh, I didn't tweak it enough. I didn't tweak enough. Oh, where are we going? There we go. And open. Says me. And then we're going to put this one on. So, that one on. And close it up. And then we're going to go to this side. And this side's already open, so we're going to use it. Oop. And close it up. Now it's on the other side. Gotta turn it so I can. Yeah, see, it's like on the opposite side. There we go. Now I wrecked it. Look what I did. Okay, now we're going to do the same thing on this end. We're going to take this end off. Take it off. I didn't even open it. There we go. There's that. And then I was going to slip this one on. And there we go. And down. This morning, I was getting my milk and cereal and fill my juice bottle. And so my husband was handing me the milk. And I went to put the cap back on the milk and grabbed the lid to my Yeti cup. And he's like, how'd that fit? I'm like, it didn't. I'm like, oh boy. Yeah. Sometimes I just don't use my brain. I don't know. Come on. I just want that to close. Let's roll that again. I want that closed. There we go. Close. Okay, now, oh, that's beautiful. Beautiful. All right, now we're going to string. Set that aside. And I'm going to string. And I always use 49 strand. You use whatever you want to use, but I always use the 49 strand because it gives you the soft drape and it's just pliable and just very, I like using this. I thought maybe, you know, if I'm making something, I want to use the good stuff. And it's 0.019 inches, which is your average 0.019, 0.018, somewhere around there. In that vicinity, and that is your beading wire. And then there's 0.012, which is for your like very fine, like your pearls and gemstones and stuff like that. Very small. And then it goes up and it gets, you know, thick and heavy, 0.024, and that is for your heavy beads. So I've got all three, but I mainly use this one. And it doesn't matter what color I use because I use the wire guards on the end. So as long as I'm using the wire guards, you really can't tell what wire I'm using, so it don't matter. So I just buy, this is pearl, but I normally just buy the standard color, which is clear. They call it clear, but it looks gray because the wire that's going through there is gray. The coating is clear. So this coating is pearl. So they go by the coating, what the color is. So this one's pearl. I'm going to use it up. I thought, well, I'm going to save these for colored stuff. And I'm like, why? I used wire guards, so you don't really see the wire. So now I'm going to use up all my colored ones. So I have a lot of wire to go through. Okay, this is our last one here. Let's see how that looks. Yeah, perfect. Perfect. So I think this is going to go out a little bit further. When I put on the ends, see, it's perfect right now, but then we got the ends to put on, and it's going to be a little bit longer than this one. Yeah. See, take these off. Yeah. I'll just take these off. And then we're going to put on our crimp bead I got from Beading. There's my crimp bead. And then we're going to put the wire guard. This is, hang on, I got it. This is our wire guard. So we're going to go in one side and down through the other and down into the crimp bead, back in again, and grab a hold of it. There. This is your wire guard. That guards your wire. And then we're going to squish this in just a wee bit. There we go. Pull that wire down. Perfect. Beautiful. Now we're going to separate our wires and then crimp. Here are our crimping pliers. We always start in the back where it's got that little divot. I'm just going to make a divot in there, and then we'll go to the front and we'll fold it over. So make a divot like that. Makes the divot, and then in the front, you go in front and fold it over. Beautiful, just like that. And then we're going to cut this excess off. Cut this off, cut it off. There we go. Slide everything down, and we're gonna skip the pearl, and we're going to cut off. I do about 4 fingers length, and then my crimp bead, and then the wire guard in one loop, all the way over and down the other and back into the crimp bead, back through. Oh, didn't go in, there we go. Now we're going to pull on this wire. If I can get a hold of it, it's very springy. You gotta hang on to it. Okay, pull that wire guard or the crimp bead down a little bit, and then pull your bracelet up. And you don't want it too stiff. You want it pliable, because if you put it too stiff, watch, I'll make it nice and tight. It won't bend. So you gotta give it a little bit of room, little wiggle room. Make sure it can bend and it's pliable. And we're going to crimp. We're going to go in the back groove, back there, and try and center the crimp bead right in the center there. Pull this down and crimp. And then turn in the front, and squeeze. And then we're going to cut this off. And isn't that pretty? Beautiful. Oh, that goes there. I just slung that too. Okay, now, beautiful. All right, we have our jump rings. I'm using all my pliers. Every one of my pliers are out. Okay, I'm going to put half of the, I use my bent nose, so it's got, you use half that jump ring, and then I use my flat nose. These are your flat nose pliers, and I just tweak this open, and we're going to slip on both bracelets, and then close it back up. Oh wait, we have to put on part of our clasp. There we go. And then the other end, same thing. We're going to lay it down so we got it right. We want it to lay evenly. So I'm going to put this in, open side up, and tweak it open, and slip this one on first, and then this one second, and then our clasp, and close it up, and voila, look what we made. A beautiful bracelet. Just beautiful. Love it. Love it. Nice. I love it. Very pretty. Okay, we're going to set that aside. And now we're going to make this earring, which is super simple. I have a ball head pin, and I'm going to put it through this flower first, and then through this flower, and then I'm going to fold it up. I'll fold it up, and I'm going to have this chain. Get this, there we go. That chain, and then this chain on the wire. And then I'm going to make a loop. So it's going to be a wrapped loop. I'm going to bend it over, and then roll it up and over the pliers. Rotate the pliers. Oh, that's sticking out way too far. That's sticking out way too far. Way too much. So we're going to start over. The first one went just perfectly because I was off camera. So it worked perfectly for me. All right. We want to bend that over and then make a loop over the pliers. Rotate the pliers. Bring it around. And then I'm going to wrap it in this space right there. So I'm going to get our pliers, needle nose pliers, and I'm having trouble. There we go. And wrap. There we go. Yikes. Get it a little bit. There we go. My husband has the music going this morning. It is the oldies on JVL. So they play like the very old music. And he's like, I want to listen to it tomorrow. I'm like, that's fine. I like listening to it too. Yeah, old country music. Back when country was actually country. Okay, now we have our loop up here. And then we're going to add our jump rings down at the bottom of these chains. So I think this might be too much here. I don't know. Nope, got it. Okay, we're gonna slip on wire and a leaf. And it's not open wide enough for the leaf to slip on. I want to, you gotta make sure it goes on the right way. I'm not really sure. Let's hang on. Hang on to this loop up here. Yes, you want that hanging in front, so that's perfect. Okay, now we're gonna do this one. Same thing. We're gonna hang on to it, the opening at the top, and tweak it open. Not too far, but far enough to get everything in. We're gonna do the chain link first. And I'm not getting it. I know it's open wide enough because I just know. There we go. And then to slide this on right, I have it pointing this way, so it goes on. So it hangs in front like that. And then we're going to close that up. And I'm hanging on to it in the front. There. Beautiful. Beautiful. And then we're going to do this jump ring in the back. And this is oval jump ring. Got the opening at the top. Tweak it open. And we're going to slip it on our loop. And then our earring. And then close it up. And that, we have two beautiful earrings. Isn't that pretty? So pretty. Love it. So pretty. I love it. And they're not heavy. They're not heavy, so I tested that out before I even put them together. I wanted to see and make sure that they weren't going to be like, you know, real heavy. Because you don't want to wear earrings and then, you know, they get so, take this bead off there, that they pull on your ears and make it uncomfortable to wear. So there you go. That is our Sunday morning projects. Purple, pink, purple, blue. They all go together. Okay, hang on. I'll just get this wrapped because it's coming undone here. There we go. All right, now let's move everything all out of the way. Look at all these. I got my bent nose. I got my flat nose. I have my round nose. I have my crimps. And my needle nose. Yeah, we'll put that right there. And then our flush cutters and our double flush cutters. Whew, put all that away. Okay, now let's zoom this in. Should we zoom this in? There we go. Zoom it in. Zoom and zoom. Zoom it in. And bring it in. There we go. We got it. Is it all in there? It's all in there. Beautiful. All right. That's our Sunday morning. And I hope you enjoyed this video because I certainly enjoyed it. I had fun and I just love. And I have some stuff that I am going to start doing my jewelry and coating it so to make sure that because this is not, it's gonna tarnish. It will tarnish. All this will tarnish eventually, and so if you coat it, it won't tarnish. So I'm going to do that. Maybe I should do a video on how to do that. I will do that next. Okay. All right. Until next time. Happy beading.